Alright guys, welcome back. Survival Living here. So there's some things we need to talk about. I try to teach outdoor survival as much as possible here on this channel, mainly because I believe preppers need to have outdoor survival skills. We're prepping for a reason, one of it being is to survive, correct? Correct. Now, I was over on Instagram. I was following up on one of the guys I follow there, NY Prepper. He's also got a YouTube channel. He had done an Instagram post. There was a bear attack in Arizona, and unfortunately the person died. All right, he was mauled by the black bear and died. Notice I said black bear. There's a stigma, misbelief, straight up untruths here on the internet. People actually believe that a black bear will not take a human life. That's not true. I've got a lot of experience with bears. I've seen a lot of them, and I've had a lot of them come after me out in the woods. I've had them stalk me for days. Yeah, I've even had grizzlies come after me. Bears would eat you. Now, this story here, guys, this was in Arizona. A man was clearing off his land. He's going to be building a cabin there, and the black bear, large adults, came into his camp and attacked him. It was an unprovoked attack, and there was nothing wrong with the bear. The bear was not sick, was not injured, and it has authorities perplexed. All right, guys. A bear sees you, a wild animal, sees you as food. That's it. People try to humanize animals. People believe that man is the top of the food chain. There's only one thing that makes man the top of the food chain. It's this appendage right here. It's got a thumb. That's it. I do apologize for the light. Keep on kicking on up there. It's a motion sensor. That's it. Out in the outdoors, what keeps you on top of the food chain is a firearm. Yeah. For those that's fixing to start, a fire would keep any bear or predator away. That's not true. I've had them come right in my camp. No. It'll keep some animals away, sure. But if a predator animal wants to come into your camp because he's hungry and he wants you, a campfire's not stopping that. It's not. How do I know this? Because I'm actually always out there. I'm not just sitting on my ass on YouTube, reading forums, typing away, acting like a freaking expert. I'm no expert, but I'm damn good at what I do. I'm telling you right now, a predator will come in your camp. It doesn't matter if you got a fire going or not. Now with this, guys, black bear. So neighbors in the area heard the man asking for help, screaming for help. They came in, tried blowing the horn, things like that, and did no good. Okay, it was a very, very horrible event. There is a photo of the camp, and of course the bear. It was a very big bear. Guys, a black bear will come after you if he wants you. I've had black bears stalk me through the woods for days on end, miles, during one of my outdoor survival training. I go out there all the time. I go out in all kinds of different locations. I've been all over this country doing training. I've had them follow me for miles on end, days on end. Where I clear a ridge, I set up to watch, and sure enough, that sucker's still tracking me down. He knew exactly what I was. When you enter the outdoors, you are no longer top of the food chain. You've inserted yourself into the food chain. Make sure we get all this clear. Just because you are human does not mean you're untouchable in the outdoors. You've inserted yourself into the food chain. Kind of like why I keep my ass out of the ocean, because I know the sharks are out there and I don't swim very well, and I know Jaws is waiting on me, so I don't get in the ocean. Bear country, done plenty. Basically, the best advice I can tell you about bear country is make sure that you keep a very good campsite. You never cook, you never eat inside your camp. You always keep your eyes open all the time. Sometimes you can see signs of bears in the area, other times you can't. I've had bears come into my campsite. I was in West Glacier, Montana. I had a shelter built, I had a dog with me. This is back when I was a freight train rider. The dog just stood up inside the shelter and urinated. Never lifted his leg, which is out of character for the dog. Within moments of that, because I was fixing to yell at him, Grizzly shoved his head right through the wall of my little shelter I built. I was carrying a 9mm pistol at the time, put 7 rounds directly in his face, about 7 feet away. It shook it off, but it scared it enough to make it run. That was a big grizzly. Now in this case, this was a black bear. Yeah, a black bear will still attack a human and will still eat a human. It's an animal. It's a predator. So my advice, guys, don't listen to half the crap you hear on YouTube. When people are trying to give YouTube advice on outdoor survival, outdoor training, please take in question, what have they done to prove that they even know what the hell they're talking about? Are they out there filming? Are they out there showing you? Are they out there training? Or are they sitting here on YouTube talking about how great and how smart they are because they read something on a forum that will get you killed? Now, unfortunately, with black bears and grizzlies, they don't always make noises when they come up in your camp. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you can smell them if they are upwind from you and you're downwind from them. Other times, you don't even see them. You don't hear them until it's too late. Now, I wanted to say something. I see this all the time. People say, always make noises out in the woods, always have the little bells walking around bear country. No, don't do that. Excuse me. Don't do that. I'll tell you why. Usually those bells and stuff attract cats. All right, large cats. And I don't mean your house cats. This is why I don't wear anything like that. Predators know you're in the area. They can smell you, and they can smell you for miles. They have better acute hearing than you. So while you're walking around, your bells, bangling, and stuff like that in bear country and cat country, you've actually made yourself a target. Most predators, unless they're going to be hunting you, they know you're there. They get away from you. If you encroach on their area because they decided not to leave, now you just open up a can of worm on your own because you stepped into their territory area. All right. Now with black bears, most of the times you can actually stop what you're doing. You can yell at it, things like that. Make yourself bigger. It's what they always say. Technically, they're right on the statistic wise. What I've always done, never ran. I've always walked away, never put my back towards it. I always yell at it, always holler at it. I've thrown stuff at it, but I've tried to keep trees in between me and them. Always walking backwards. Never turn your back on them. Now, when a grizzly comes at you, it's a different story. They say you're supposed to ball up in a fetal position and pray to God it doesn't eat you alive. I've never been attacked by any bear. I've had some close calls. I've had them charge, but I've always been able to keep myself separated. When it comes to a grizzly, am I just going to lay there and hopefully it thinks I'm dead? Me personally, no. I'm not going to go out of life like that. I'm going to do my best. I will do my best to outrun if necessary. But you're not supposed to run, is what they say. The reason being is because it can actually run faster than you. What you always want to do, in my opinion and from my experience, you want to put trees in between you and him while you are backing up. You want to make it so that he has a serpentine towards you too, because now he has to take the time to maneuver around things, and they are very agile. But instead of a full-on burst run at you, he can't do that because you're constantly moving positions from tree to tree. Go through ravines, go through waterways, do whatever you have to. Get space separated. That's my opinion. That's my expert opinion on the subject. All right, guys. Speak to you later.